What's up? It's Alex from Metal Master Kingdom. We're at the Danforth Music Hall today for the Blind Guardian Gravedigger show, and I'm here with Hansi Kursch from Blind Guardian.
Hey.
Hansi, it's an honor to be talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us. So, well, first of all, welcome back to Toronto.
It's great to be here.
Yeah. So, after 5 years of absence from North America, you excited to be touring here again?
Of course, we're always excited wherever we are touring, because when you do an album, this is what you're pretty much looking up for, to play shows again. And if it's a massive tour like the Northern American one, and you have places like Toronto, which are not only beautiful but also very supportive with regard to Blind Guardian, we are of course very excited.
Awesome. So, and this is also my first time seeing you guys, so
okay.
So I'm really
excited. You're a newbie.
Yep. Actually, the both of us here.
Great. So, get closer to the stage then.
Yeah, we plan to. We will. So, like I mentioned before, Gravedigger is also on the tour as well. You have some history with Gravedigger as well.
Right.
You guested on the Tunes of War and the Excalibur albums,
yes,
doing some backup vocals.
Right.
But have you guys ever done like shows or tours together in the past?
Oh, we did shows. We did some festivals. We did some single shows whenever there was a need. We took forces together and played shows, and it always worked out very fine because the guys are nice, and I think the music matches very well.
Yep, definitely, because you're both like fantasy lyrics. And
maybe it's because of the lyrics, but I also think that even though there is a diversity and the bands play a slightly different style of music, it matches very well. It's still the same spirit, I would say.
Yeah, very good. So let's talk about Beyond the Red Mirror a little bit. Another fantastic album.
Thank you.
On this album, this is the first album that you have orchestration on it, like you collaborated with Orchestras.
No, it was not the first time, but we took it a little further. We're still, mind-wise, we're working on the Orchestra project, which we have started 20 years ago, and we were announcing to release that many times before, but we're getting closer to that anyway.
Yeah.
But Beyond the Red Mirror was the step before that orchestral album, so we thought it might make sense to have some extra orchestral candy on that one.
All right. So, and having orchestras, as far as like on the normal studio albums, is this something that you guys will continue to do?
I would say we may find the peak with the orchestral album. That's just guessing because the future is not written yet, and afterwards we have to find new territories. That would be my idea at the moment, and I believe we have widdened the world of Blind Guardian, the universe of Blind Guardian, so much. We have a lot of interesting playgrounds apart from the orchestral stuff, so this will be taken back a little bit with the next one, I would say.
Okay, awesome. So, staying on the topic of orchestras, there's a number of bands out there that have actually done shows with the orchestras. Is this something that you guys would like to do?
Once we do the orchestral album, that might be an idea, and then also the Blind Guardian Festival could be an option again, because then we have something very interesting, very appealing to people, and this might make sense to be presented in a bigger way. In general, if we do club shows like here, I would say it's better not to have an orchestra with you. It's
you want to have a little bit of a bigger venue, right?
You need a bigger venue for that, right? But it's very demanding to have so many people with you.
Right.
So when we're on the rock and roll road, let's put it that way, then I prefer not having an orchestra with us.
Right.
Definitely.
Sure. Yep. So it's also this year is the 20th anniversary of Imaginations from the Other Side.
That's true.
And Beyond the Red Mirror is also the sequel to that.
Yes.
What are your memories of recording Imaginations?
Well, it was a great time. I mean, we were young. We, for the first time, recorded outside of Germany.
Yeah, you recorded with Flemming Rasmussen in Denmark, right?
Yes, he's one of our producer idols. And this was a great chance. So we, to a certain extent, have been very nervous. And we had a lot of fun, to put it that way. And there was a lot of intensity in the production. We have been prepared very well, but Flemming was able to take us to the next level. So it was the right choice to go to Denmark with that album. And it was a highly professional studio, so we had a lot of good creativity moments. And I think Imagination still belongs to the 3 best albums we've ever done.
Nice. Awesome. So the last 4 albums from A Night of the Opera and Beyond the Mirror, you're all produced by Charlie Barfi.
Yeah.
Great producer. Since he produced the last 4 albums, do you think you may continue working with him?
Yeah, I mean, there's no need for us to change anything, so we definitely go that direction. But this also is not carved in stone. You know, when we feel the need to work with someone else, we would do so. Right now, especially considering the massive music we're doing, he's the perfect choice, and not a big idea behind it. But it's nice to have.
Yeah. Yep. For sure. So I got to ask, what do you think the chances are of a new Demons and Wizards album with John Schaefer?
They are good, but it's still in the far future. John is rebuilding his studio in Indiana.
That's right.
I'm going to call him right after this interview, and we are going to catch up during the Blind Guardian tour in the US. My guess is that the chances are highest in 2017.
All right.
You know, we might be able to start some songwriting in the next year, but I'm still heavily occupied with touring and releasing a live album and finishing the orchestral album, while John has to come up with another Iced Earth album first. Yeah. And then we already decided then we would take that spot to start the songwriting and hopefully finish the production as well.
Awesome, because the self-titled album and Touched by the Crimson King are great records.
I like it, yeah.
And staying on John, you also guested on the last Iced Earth album, Plays of Babylon. Mm-hmm. You guested on the track Among the Living Dead.
Yes.
I got to ask you, since you and John are really close friends, what do you think the chances are maybe like a Blind Guardian Iced Earth tour?
Well, we'll see. The future will tell. If Iced Earth releases an album next year and we come back to the States, for example, and do some shows in Canada as well, then this could be an option.
Yeah, sure. So it's also been announced that you guys are already going to be starring in a video game called The Dwarves, right? And there's going to be like a quest featuring you guys, and you guys are going to do the soundtrack.
We don't do the soundtrack. We appear as musicians in the soundtrack. The soundtrack will be done by someone else, and he will design some specific spots for us. Okay. And we are going to do that once we're back from this Northern American tour. And I'm still, not in the complete picture what this is going to be. But I'm sure the guy is pretty good. Yep. And that he will find some interesting elements for us. Right.
We all look forward to that. So to wrap things up right now, following this tour, you have a couple shows in Europe, in Germany, and Holland and Czech Republic coming up, right?
Yeah.
That'll round out the year. So what are the plans as far as touring goes for the rest of 2016? And I know you got like Wacken and Rock Hard in Germany.
Yes, we mainly keep our focus on the festivals then. But there is a small chance that we come back to Northern America to play some more shows, not only festivals, but probably a handful of headliner shows. Or we join forces with Iced Earth. That could be also an option for North America. And other than that, we might do some shows in the United Kingdoms. Then we keep our focus on the live album, which has to be mixed, and on the orchestral stuff.
So, talk a little bit about the live album. Like, where was it recorded?
We have recorded everything already, but we keep on recording. We do have our assistant with us for the whole tour, and we want to have a bigger mixture of different approaches in comparison to what we did on the live album in 2003. So there might be some Canadian recordings, there might be some US recordings, Brazilian, European recordings. We have worked on it during summer, so basically we could do 2 albums if we wanted to, but I think we keep our focus on one.
So it's going to be like a compilation of songs from different cities?
It will be a compilation, yes.
All right. Awesome. So we all look forward to that and everything coming forward. So, Hansi, thank you so much.
Great talking
to you. Great talking to you, too. Do you have any closing message to the fans?
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this show. If you missed it, bad luck for you. But there are some more shows in Canada. Come and see us there. Bye.
Awesome. So, Bards, be sure to come check out the Blind Guardian and Gravedigger tour running through North America through late November. And look out for all the projects coming from Blind Guardian in the future, including the live album and the Dwarves game. And come and check out this tour. I'm Alex. You're watching OldMasterKingdom.com. See you next time.
See you next time.
Awesome.